What is going on, people? I got to thinking about something, as usual. I got to thinking about that phrase that you hear sometimes from these spiritual people, where they'll say, love is the highest frequency. And I have mulled that over. Sat with it for a while, as I say, and thought, okay, that intuitively makes sense. But what does that actually mean? And how can we make that usable? Here's how it goes. If you think about a literal frequency, like sound or light or anything like that, I'm too close to civilization. Think about those frequencies and how they are mapped out on a graph, okay? So if you have a low frequency, it'll look like that kind of wave, right? Huge ups and downs. Some of you already see where I'm going with this. Whereas, if you see a high frequency, it's like this, right? The peaks are closer together between low and high. There are still lows and highs, but they're closer together. And the thing that I see with other people, and I would say that I have seen with myself, at least in the past, is that a lower frequency of love will have higher peaks that exceed the height of a higher frequency. But overall, it sits lower. So I used to be the person who would seek out those spikes. Yes, I was. Okay? Lots of other people are there now too. Thing is, if it's overall going to be a lower pitch, lower frequency, that's analogous to it being overall shittier. Alright? So what you gotta seek out is something that is more consistent. Something with peaks that are fewer and... No, not fewer and farther in between. What am I talking about? Peaks and low points, which are closer together, alright? But which average out to a much higher frequency. So think about relationships or friendships or whatever situations you've been in that have those huge high peaks. Talking like trips, vacations, huge declarations of love and all this, maybe towards the beginning, or maybe recurring. But then you also have massive arguments, you have abuse, you have neglect, and those are the low points. And you get so addicted to having those highs that you'll accept the lows. But ultimately, you're at a lower frequency. Ultimately, you're in a place that's unhealthy. And so when they say love is the highest frequency, what they're talking about is something that's consistent, something that's steady, and that overall keeps you at a higher place. So that is what I'm going to seek out from now on. Can't speak for others, but I'm going to do it, alright? Thank you for listening. Love and gratitude. Look at my fucking hair. Christ. Done.